What's up everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into a topic that affects millions of people worldwide, yet is often misunderstood and can be incredibly painful if not managed correctly. We're talking about gout. Now you might have heard of it as the disease of kings, but let me tell you, there's nothing royal about the excruciating pain it can cause. It's a form of inflammatory arthritis that can strike suddenly, often in the middle of the night, with a burning, throbbing pain in a single joint, most famously, the big toe. Understanding this condition is the absolute first step towards taking back control of your life and health. The reason managing gout is so critical isn't just about avoiding those intensely painful flare-ups, which can feel like your joint is on fire and being crushed at the same time. If left unchecked, chronic gout can lead to some serious long-term consequences. We're talking about permanent joint damage, the formation of tophi, which are these chalky, lumpy deposits of uric acid crystals under the skin, and even an increased risk of developing other health problems like kidney stones and chronic kidney disease. So, this isn't just about managing pain, it's about protecting your overall health and mobility for the years to come. In this comprehensive 2025 guide, we're going to break it all down for you, especially if you're newly diagnosed and feeling overwhelmed. Think of this video as your beginner's roadmap to gout management. We'll cover everything from the ground up, what gout actually is, how to recognize the symptoms early on, why getting a proper diagnosis from a healthcare professional is non-negotiable, and the most effective, evidence-based strategies you can start implementing today. We'll discuss diet, hydration, lifestyle changes, and so much more, giving you the tools you need to manage your condition effectively. Our goal here is to empower you with knowledge. When you understand what's happening inside your body, you can make informed decisions that significantly reduce the frequency and severity of your gout attacks. It's about shifting from a reactive state where you're just dealing with pain when it hits, to a proactive one, where you are actively preventing it from happening in the first place. So grab a notepad, maybe a big glass of water, we'll get to why that's important later, and let's get started on your journey to mastering gout management. Alright, let's get into the science of it, but in a way that actually makes sense. At its core, gout is caused by a condition called hyperuricemia. That's just a fancy medical term for having too much uric acid in your blood. Now what is uric acid? It's a natural waste product that's formed when your body breaks down substances called purines. Purines are found in many of the foods we eat, like red meat, organ meats, and certain types of seafood. They are also produced naturally by our own bodies. Normally, your kidneys are fantastic at filtering this uric acid out of your blood and getting rid of it through your urine. The problem arises when this delicate system gets thrown out of balance. This can happen for two main reasons. First, your body might be producing way too much uric acid, more than your kidneys can handle. This can be due to genetics or consuming a diet that's consistently high in purine-rich foods. The second reason, which is actually more common, is that your kidneys aren't getting rid of the uric acid efficiently enough. This is known as under-excretion. So, even with a normal level of production, if your kidneys are slacking on the job, that uric acid starts to build up in your bloodstream. So you have all this excess uric acid floating around in your blood. What happens next? Think of it like adding too much salt to a glass of water. At first it dissolves, but if you keep adding more and more, eventually it can't dissolve anymore and it starts to form solid crystals. The same thing happens with uric acid. When the concentration gets too high, it forms tiny, needle-like crystals called monosodium urate crystals. These crystals are incredibly sharp and jagged, and they have a nasty habit of accumulating in your joints or the surrounding soft tissues. This accumulation of sharp crystals is what sets the stage for a gout attack. Your body's immune system sees these crystals as foreign invaders like bacteria or a virus, and it launches a full-scale inflammatory assault to try and get rid of them. White blood cells rush to the area, releasing chemicals called cytokines that cause intense inflammation, swelling, redness, and that signature, excruciating pain. It's essentially your own body's defense mechanism going into overdrive and attacking your own joint, all because of these microscopic, needle-like crystals that have built up over time. While the big toe is the classic target for a first gout attack, a condition known as podagra, it's crucial to understand that gout isn't just a big toe problem. These uric acid crystals can decide to set up camp in any joint in your body. The ankles, knees, wrists, fingers, and elbows are also very common sites for an attack. The reason it often starts in the big toe is partly due to temperature. Urate crystals form more easily in cooler temperatures, and your extremities like your toes are typically a few degrees cooler than the core of your body, making them prime real estate for crystal formation. Over time, if hyperuricemia isn't managed, the effects of gout can become chronic and much more widespread. Instead of isolated acute attacks, you might start to experience a more persistent low-grade pain and stiffness in multiple joints, a condition known as chronic gouty arthritis. This can start to seriously impact your mobility and quality of life, making simple tasks like walking, writing, or opening a jar feel like monumental challenges. The inflammation becomes less of a sudden fire and more of a constant smoldering ember that slowly damages the joint cartilage and bone over the years. This is also where we see the development of tophi. Remember those lumpy deposits we mentioned earlier? As urate crystals continue to accumulate over years, they can form large chalky masses in and around the joints, in the earlobes, or under the skin on your forearms and hands. These tophi are usually not painful themselves, but they can become swollen and tender during a gout attack. More importantly, they are a visible sign of a heavy uric acid burden in the body, and their presence can cause further joint destruction, bone erosion, and even skin deformities over time. Beyond the joints, chronic high levels of uric acid can take a toll on other parts of your body, most notably your kidneys. The same crystals that form in your joints can also form in your kidneys, leading to painful kidney stones. Even more seriously, the constant effort of trying to filter out high levels of uric acid, combined with the potential for crystal deposits within the kidney tissue itself, can lead to chronic kidney disease and a gradual decline in kidney function. This is why understanding that gout is a systemic condition, not just a joint problem, is so important for your long-term health. Recognizing gout attack symptoms early is key. The onset is abrupt and intense. Many wake up to indescribable pain, feeling like the joint is broken or on fire. The pain escalates quickly, peaking within 12-24 hours. Classic inflammation signs are dialed up. Severe, throbbing pain, significant swelling, and redness occur. The joint is incredibly warm and tender. Even a bedsheet's weight is unbearable. Walking becomes difficult. Symptoms subside in days to weeks, but the underlying issue remains. Be aware of subtle signs like mild aches or stiffness, which can be early warnings. Note the timing and triggers, such as rich meals or alcohol. Watch for the location and number of joints involved, as attacks can affect multiple joints over time. Look out for tophi, small nodules under the skin around joints, a sign of uric acid overload. Get any new lumps checked by a doctor. Let's get serious. You've recognized the symptoms. That sudden pain in your big toe, the redness, the swelling. While self-diagnosis can point you in the right direction, it's not a substitute for professional medical advice. Managing gout without a diagnosis can be harmful. Conditions like septic arthritis can mimic gout, requiring different treatment plans. The most critical step is making an appointment with a healthcare professional. A doctor or rheumatologist has the training to differentiate between forms of arthritis and perform tests to confirm a diagnosis. It's about understanding the physiological process happening inside your body. The diagnostic process is a critical piece of the puzzle. Your doctor will ask about your symptoms, diet, family history, and medications. They'll examine the affected joint, looking for inflammation. A proper diagnosis provides peace of mind and a clear path forward. An accurate diagnosis empowers you with knowledge, allows for a tailored treatment strategy, and helps you avoid uncertainty. It's the most important first step for your health. The gold standard for diagnosis is a joint fluid analysis, or arthrocentesis. If you have gout, the technician will see needle-shaped monosodium urate crystals. Another useful tool is a blood test, measuring uric acid levels. A blood test is often used with other methods to paint a fuller picture. Imaging tests can also play a crucial role. Ultrasound is excellent at detecting crystal deposits. The diagnostic process is comprehensive for a reason. By combining these findings with your medical history and exam, your doctor can make an accurate diagnosis. This ensures the treatment plan you receive is designed for your condition. Once you have that official diagnosis, the next chapter in your journey begins: treatment. A cornerstone of gout management is medication. Your doctor's prescribed plan is your most powerful ally. Gout treatment involves managing acute pain during flare-ups with medications like NSAIDs or colchicine, and long-term prevention with daily medication to lower uric acid, preventing crystal formation. Drugs like allopurinol or febuxostat reduce uric acid production, while uricosurics like probenecid help your kidneys remove uric acid. Long-term medication prevents chronic joint damage. Discuss any concerns about side effects with your doctor. The risk of untreated gout is often greater than medication risks. Skipping doses can trigger painful flare-ups. Medication works to control the underlying cause. Medication and lifestyle changes work together. Follow your doctor's regimen to protect your joints and maintain an active life. Integrate medication into your daily routine with alarms or pill organizers. Attend follow-up appointments for monitoring and treatment adjustments. Blood tests, check uric acid levels, aiming for under 6 milligrams per deciliter. Communicate openly with your doctor about side effects or concerns. Regular communication ensures your treatment remains tailored to your needs. Embrace the process for long-term success. Let's explore lifestyle changes, starting with hydration. Drinking enough water is fundamental to good health, especially for those managing gout. Your kidneys filter waste, including uric acid, and need water to do this efficiently. Dehydration leads to concentrated urine, straining the kidneys and raising uric acid levels, increasing the risk of gout attacks. Aim for 2 to 3 liters of water daily, sipping consistently. Keep a water bottle handy as a visual reminder. Infuse water with lemon, cucumber, or mint for flavor. Hydration also supports joint health as cartilage is mostly water. Bookend your day with water, a glass in the morning and before bed. Link water intake to daily activities like drinking before meals. Herbal teas and water-rich foods like watermelon and cucumbers also contribute to hydration. Avoid sugary drinks. Use apps or water bottles with time markers to track intake. Strategic hydration is key to managing gout effectively. Let's discuss the importance of maintaining a healthy weight for managing gout. Excess body weight, especially fat tissue, is metabolically active, producing inflammatory substances. Extra weight overworks your kidneys, decreasing their efficiency in filtering out uric acid. Research shows a direct correlation between BMI and uric acid levels. High uric acid levels can lead to crystal formation in your joints, triggering painful gout attacks. Losing weight can significantly improve your condition. Studies prove that even modest weight loss lowers uric acid levels and reduces gout flare-ups. Avoid crash diets, as rapid weight loss can be counterproductive and trigger attacks. Aim for a gradual loss of 1 to 2 pounds per week. Combine dietary adjustments with increased physical activity. Focus on whole, unprocessed foods like vegetables, fruits, lean proteins, and whole grains. Incorporate regular low-impact physical activity. Walking, swimming, cycling, or yoga are great options. Be patient and consistent with your lifestyle changes. Consult a healthcare professional for a personalized plan. This is a long-term investment in reducing gout symptoms and improving your quality of life. Let's explore how your diet can help manage gout. We need to understand purines. Purines are natural compounds in all living things, including our food. When cells break down, purines are metabolized into uric acid. About a third of uric acid comes from dietary purines, which we can control. For those with gout, managing uric acid levels is crucial. A high purine diet can worsen the condition. A low purine diet is key to managing gout. High purine foods like organ meats, certain seafood, and red meats should be limited. Portion size also matters. A gout-friendly diet is about smart substitutions, not total elimination. Focus on the many delicious, low-purine foods you can enjoy. Build your plate around low-purine foods like fruits, vegetables, and low-fat dairy. Fruits, especially cherries, are beneficial. Load up on all kinds of vegetables. Choose low-purine protein sources like low-fat dairy, eggs, tofu, lentils, and beans. Opt for whole grains for your carbohydrates. This diet provides essential nutrients and antioxidants to combat inflammation. Enjoy a diet filled with delicious, wholesome foods that help manage uric acid levels and prevent gout attacks. Let's discuss 2 major triggers for gout attacks: alcohol and sugary drinks. Alcohol poses a double threat to anyone with gout. Many alcoholic beverages, especially beer, are high in purines. When you consume alcohol, your liver prioritizes breaking it down, producing lactate. Lactate and uric acid compete for excretion in the kidneys, causing uric acid levels to rise. Drinking alcohol attacks your system from 2 angles, adding purines and hindering uric acid removal. This can trigger a severe gout flare-up. Beer is the worst offender. Wine in moderation appears less risky. The safest approach is to avoid alcohol altogether. Also, be cautious of sugary drinks. Research reveals a link between high sugar intake, particularly fructose, and gout risk. Breaking down fructose depletes ATP, accelerating uric acid production. Sugary sodas stimulate your body to produce more uric acid internally. Be wary of fruit juices. Whole fruit is healthier because fiber slows fructose absorption. Juicing removes fiber, leaving concentrated fructose. Eat your fruit rather than drink it. Read labels for no added sugar and avoid high fructose corn syrup. The best choice is water. Try unsweetened herbal tea or black coffee, or sparkling water with lemon or lime. Swapping alcohol and sugary drinks for healthier alternatives can stabilize uric acid levels. Let's discuss the hidden link between stress and joint pain. Chronic stress triggers a prolonged fight or flight response, flooding your body with cortisol. High cortisol levels can lead to widespread inflammation, exacerbating conditions like gout. It's like pouring gasoline on a smoldering fire. Stress can derail healthy habits, leading to poor food choices and less exercise. It's a vicious cycle. Stress leads to unhealthy choices, triggering gout, which causes more stress. Managing stress is crucial for gout management. Reduce stress to calm inflammation. Try mindfulness and meditation. Deep breathing and guided meditation activate your body's relaxation response, lowering heart rate and stress hormones. Physical activity is also effective. Exercise releases endorphins, natural mood elevators. Hobbies provide a mental escape. Seek support from friends, family, or professionals. Now for our final tip, and it's one that ties everything else together: monitoring your progress. If you're not tracking what's happening, you're essentially flying blind. Managing a chronic condition like gout is a long-term journey, and having data is your roadmap. It allows you to move from guessing what might be causing your flare-ups to knowing what your specific triggers are. This is where keeping a detailed journal or using a dedicated health app on your phone becomes an invaluable tool. It's not just about remembering to take your medication, it's about becoming a detective in your own health story. What should you be tracking? Start with your symptoms. On a daily basis, note any pain, stiffness, or swelling in your joints. You can use a simple 1 to 10 scale to rate the intensity. Also, record the location of the discomfort. Is it always in your big toe, or does it sometimes affect your knee or ankle? Over time, you'll start to see patterns. You might notice that a low-level ache often precedes a full-blown attack, giving you a crucial early warning sign to be extra vigilant with your hydration and diet, or to check in with your doctor. Next, meticulously log your diet and fluid intake. Write down everything you eat and drink each day. I know it sounds tedious, but this is often where the biggest aha moments happen. You might discover that your flare-ups consistently occur a day or two after you eat a large steak, have a few beers, or indulge in a particularly sugary dessert. Without a written record, these connections are incredibly easy to miss. Your memory can be unreliable, but a journal provides objective evidence, helping you and your doctor pinpoint your personal dietary triggers with much greater accuracy. Beyond diet, your journal should also include notes on other lifestyle factors. Did you have a particularly stressful day at work? Did you get a poor night's sleep? Did you engage in any strenuous or unusual physical activity? All of these elements can potentially influence your gout. By tracking them alongside your symptoms and diet, you start to build a complete, holistic picture of your health. This comprehensive data empowers you to make informed, proactive decisions, transforming your approach from reactive damage control to proactive, personalized prevention. Once you've been tracking for a few weeks, you'll have a valuable data set. Now it's time to put it to use. Regularly review your journal, perhaps once a week, and look for correlations. Ask yourself, what was happening in the 24 to 48 hours before my symptoms flared up? Did I eat a specific food? Did I drink alcohol? Was I dehydrated? Was I under a lot of stress? Highlighting these potential connections is the first step. This isn't about blaming yourself, it's about empowering yourself with knowledge. This information is gold when you go to your next doctor's appointment. Sharing this detailed log with your healthcare provider is one of the most impactful things you can do. Instead of just saying, "I've had a few flare-ups since I last saw you," you can say, "I've had 3 flare-ups. They happened on these dates, and I noticed that each time I had eaten shellfish the night before and was feeling very stressed." This level of detail allows your doctor to see the full picture and make much more specific, personalized recommendations. It can help them fine-tune your medication dosage or provide more targeted dietary advice, leading to a much more effective treatment plan. This tracking process also helps you measure the success of the changes you're making. As you implement the strategies we've discussed, improving your diet, staying hydrated, managing stress, your journal becomes a record of your progress. You can visually see the frequency and intensity of your flare-ups decreasing over time. This positive reinforcement is incredibly motivating. It provides tangible proof that your hard work is paying off, which encourages you to stick with your new healthy habits for the long haul. solidifying them as a permanent part of your lifestyle. Finally, remember that managing gout is a dynamic process. Your body changes over time, and what works for you today might need adjusting in the future. Continuing to monitor your progress allows you to stay attuned to your body's needs. If you start to notice an increase in minor symptoms despite your best efforts, your journal will help you catch it early. This allows you to be proactive, to consult your doctor, and to make necessary adjustments before a small issue becomes a major flare-up. It's about maintaining long-term control and ensuring the best possible quality of life. We've covered a lot of ground today, from understanding the science behind gout to practical, actionable tips you can start using right away. Remember, knowledge is your most powerful tool in this journey. Understanding what's happening in your body, recognizing your symptoms, and knowing how your lifestyle choices impact your condition are the foundational steps to gaining control. This isn't about a quick fix, it's about building a sustainable, long-term strategy for your health and well-being. You have the power to significantly influence the course of this condition and live a full, active life. The 10 tips we've discussed, from getting a proper diagnosis and following your doctor's advice, to managing your diet, hydration, weight, and stress, all work together. They are interconnected pieces of a single, comprehensive plan. I want to strongly re-emphasize that this video is for educational purposes and should not replace the advice of your own healthcare provider. Your situation is unique, and you need a plan that is tailored specifically to you. Please, use this information to have a more informed conversation with your doctor to create the best possible management strategy for your individual needs. I truly hope you found this guide helpful and that it empowers you on your path to managing gout effectively. If you learned something valuable today, please give this video a thumbs up. It really helps the channel reach more people who might need this information. And I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Share your own experiences or any questions you might have. Let's build a supportive community right here. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on more health tips and guides just like this one. Thank you so much for watching and for investing this time in your health. Remember to be patient and kind to yourself as you implement these changes. Building new habits takes time, but every small step forward is a victory. I wish you the absolute best of luck and success in managing your gout and living your healthiest life. Stay healthy, everyone, and I'll see you in the next video.